guys, what is up? It is Austin here, bringing you guys another episode in my life story series. I actually wanted to bring this series back for a while, but for some reason I just ended up deciding against it. But today I wanted to make a video and I wanted to kind of break up the Minecraft adventure. I still have 2 episodes of those that I'm going to upload after this one, but I wanted to give you guys something a little different. You know, if you were looking for a Call of Duty video or, you know, like a life story, just something different than Minecraft. So in today's life story episode, we're going to talk about how I got my first apartment and all the things that went down in my first apartment. There's so much that happened and I'm so excited to share them with you. So basically why I decided to move out. So I was 20 years old when I moved out and got my first apartment. At the time, I was single. I didn't really have anything going on in my life and I really didn't, I didn't feel the urge to move out. And then my dad and myself got into, a couple arguments that got me thinking about leaving. And by the way, this isn't an attack on my dad. This is just the true story. And it wasn't anything personal, and he was not a bad father. He was a great dad. I love my dad to death. But, I just kind of felt the urge to move out because what I wanted to do with my life and what I still want to do with my life wasn't something that all of my family kind of agreed with. Like, I didn't want to go to college. I wanted to work a 9-to-5 job and just grind for my dream of being a big YouTuber, right? Because I didn't want to like have no job and just sit at home all day and play video games. I did, and I want to get better paying jobs and stuff. But at the time, that I moved out, I'm working at like this small, little known business with my buddies. I was making probably $12 an hour, honestly. And, but I was at the point where my dad was charging me for rent and I was paying $400 a month. And then when I was looking at apartments, I was like, I could pay an extra $300 more a month and have my own, apartment to stay in. And when people on Twitter tell you that apartments now are $2,000 a piece, that's just not true. Obviously, there are some exceptions, but you can find plenty of apartments for cheaper than that. My first apartment was $710 a month with all utilities aside from electricity included. So I had 3 bills coming in from that apartment. I had my, monthly bill for rent. I had electricity that I had to pay for, and then I had to pay for my internet. But, it was a struggle. I really did underestimate how much it cost moving me out. But I'm getting a little sidetracked. So I was on Zillow looking for places, and I couldn't really find any place that I loved. And then I got a couple places that I was allowed to tour, and they weren't really good. The first one was like, I wanted to get a townhouse, and then when I got there, they said they didn't have any. So then they were showing me like this really small 350 square foot apartment for like $800 a month. And I was like, there's no way. And then I went driving in my mom's neighborhood, and I actually ended up finding a, apartment for $710 a month. Now, I'm not going to talk about my landlord's name or, wish bad upon him, but he ended up being a really shitty landlord towards the end of my tenure. But first night I moved in, I will never forget, I got my Nintendo Switch because I didn't have internet, by the way, the first night that I was there. So I move in and I invite all my boys over, Ernest, Dominic. We order pizza. We end up buying, just this huge ass pizza, and we're bringing chairs up from the basement, and we're playing Super Smash Brothers and Mario Kart. It was so much fun. And the next day I ordered for my internet, went to work, came home, set all that up, and I was really slowly starting to build, a little bit of a home. And I really, really wish that I knew what I do now about living on your own. I learned so much in such a short period of time. And I learned even more after I moved out of that apartment. But again, I'm getting sidetracked. So there was that going on. But then at one point, I ended up quitting my job. And I was out of a job for maybe like 2-3 weeks. And I ended up finally getting a job at a movie theater where I was getting paid even less than I was before. But it was a job, right? So you guys got to understand, to make ends meet. I mean, if you guys watched my live streams back then when I streamed every single day, you guys would know I was working 50, 60 hours a week just to make ends meet, and I was still struggling financially. And, my job, all the credit in the world to them, they helped me move up really fast. I was getting dollar raises pretty much every other month at one point. So by the end of my tenure in that apartment, I was actually making some pretty decent money. But, man, it was rough for the summertime. Things actually didn't really get good for me until winter. But in that apartment, I ended up meeting my girlfriend. She flew out a couple times, hung out with me, and I flew out a couple times there. And my YouTube game really should have shot off, in that apartment. But I dealt with a lot of depression, like making ends meet. That money stress was like killing me on the inside. It was ridiculous. But I ended up making it work, and I'm very proud of myself for making it work. I mean, near the end of my tenure, one of my buddies, like childhood friends, was homeless. So I invited him in to stay with me, and eventually we ended up splitting the rent 50-50 and making things bearable. But there was so much that went into that apartment that you guys, I want to tell you stories of. And I think my next life story video is going to be the greatest video game night in my life. Just a night that I will never forget, with all the homies coming over. And just a little teaser, we literally had 4 TVs in the living room. We had some, I'm not going to say drugs, but we had some stuff for fun, right? We had, we had some edibles, and it was just such a great fucking time gaming, man. It was so much fun. But that's a story for another video, and I can't wait to tell that story. But this is basically the story of how I got my apartment. I wanted to go into that, tell you guys why I moved out, and, kind of what happened. And I would love to do a life story of how I got this apartment with my girlfriend. That would be a lot of fun. I just want to bring life stories back because I think they're so much fun. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm on that road to 850 subscribers. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments section down below. What you think of the video? What do you think of the new outro we got? I'm really, excited for that. It's nothing crazy, but it was something I was able to make myself, and I didn't have to ask my boys to do it for me this time, which, made me a little proud of myself. And, obviously, I love all the outros my friends have made for me in the past. It's nice that I get to call this one my own, But like I said, if you enjoy, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Go check out my boy Audacity. He just broke 600 subs like the night before that I'm recording this. So congrats to him. If you like my content, you'll love his content. He does daily streams pretty much. But let me know what kind of videos you guys want to see. If you want more Minecraft, let me know. And if you like the life stories, be sure to let me know. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys next time. This is Austin, and I am out. Peace, guys.